Hello everyone, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. So, let's play Gran Turismo 2. Let's do this, shall we? Shall we do this? Shall we dance? Let's do that. I know, I'm just beginning to realize that I have more stuff to set up here. There we go. Sorry about that. So, let's go to the garage. What were we doing last time? Last time we were... That's right, we were racing around the plucky little 500R. And thinking, what a fun little Fiat it was. Clio Sport V6, got CZ2... Got the Delta S4 here. I remember being a little bit dissatisfied that I couldn't do very well on the rally races with this car. And, had it pointed out to me that I never specified specifically that I wanted to drive on dirt tires. And, you know, I'll swear up and down to you that I never realized that you would have to tell them specifically, I'm going to select dirt tires. I never thought that would be a thing that you'd have to do. As a child. Okay, they already are. You can't set them to anything else in rally race. Okay, so somebody had mentioned, like, oh, you didn't go into equipment and change these to dirt tires. I thought that it just defaulted to them because it didn't bother trying to set up tire simulation settings for anything else. And I guess the bright side, I was right. The not so bright side is that means that I really was just that terrible trying to race these rally cars, when I remembered that as being a particularly easy part of the game. Like this, I'm being, this isn't even the like Storia Rally Car Special Edition, I don't think. It's just a regular old Storia Rally Car. And if I catch up to this thing, it'll be by using nefarious means like having A, a much faster car, and B, being able to hit the wall and survive. I had, in theory, a much better car than that Storia Rally car that I won. And that was the reason I won. So yes, folks, you're wondering whether I do feel guilty about it. I do feel guilty about it. It's like beating up a little kid and taking the kid's lunch money. It's not the American way. Feel free to... Actually, don't leave comments below about whether America would steal everyone's lunch money. It's probably not the best forum. Both for your opinion to be received and really the best forum for you to give that opinion. If you had that opinion, and I suppose you could say it was valid, this isn't exactly the place where you're going to get the most exposure for it, you know? So it's probably just as well to not come out here and say, hey, you know what? America is the kid that takes everyone's lunch money. It's just, I mean, there's not much for it, is all. There is an event here. TT challenge. Alright, so it's kind of funny. I was actually thinking about this yesterday or the day before. Audi basically has two very things that it's very famous for in racing, and this is neither of them. Granted, one of them this game couldn't have foreseen, because the Audi R8 and then following R10, R12, and R15, the top-level Le Mans prototypes, which this is not, have pretty much dominated international sports car racing, at least, you know, at Le Mans and in the international Le Mans series and things like that. I mean, not completely, not perfectly, but pretty well dominated that category from shortly after the time this game was made up to right around now. Also, the Audi Quattro, which is now just the name for their all-wheel drive system, was first applied to a car as a rally car. That was very special. It did very well for them. Event. This will be a Golf Cup and a Beetle Challenge. I like golf. It's one of my favorite games. Golf's only and no license is required. I kind of like that. I'm actually a big fan of Volkswagen Golfs. Basically, they're everything that's enjoyable and desirable about new Beetles, plus more space in them. Now then, this is actually a difficult call. The GTI 1.8T, or the GTI V6? Or that's not even a GTI. It's just the V6. Jazz Blue. Because this is a turbo engine. And odds are you'll be able to make it do... You might be able to tune it up to an even higher degree than this V6, which will have a higher starting horsepower. Horse pressures. That actually seems like something that might be worth looking into before I get too far down that particular rabbit hole. Jaguar. Are there special cups for Jaguars? No, there are not. Born from the Swallow Sidecar Company. What were you supposed to do with those sidecars? That's right, and this was the Tigra Cup. There's a Tigra ice racing car that seems like it would be the thing you would use for the race version of that, but... Also, there's a TVR. There is a special TVR event. Tuscan Speed Cup. Tuscans only, no licenses required. Well... I think we know what has to happen here. This probably won't count. It's probably not considered a Tuscan. Speed 6s are the only Tuscan speed number cars. And we'll find out, though. My car can't participate in this race. It's so sad. Oh, racing modifications are required for it. Oh, but you know, if I do it, it's not gonna let me enter the race anyway. It thought it had me. It didn't have me. So there's the Tuscan right there. but it is a special car that you can't buy. So this is a racing series specifically for prize cars? Is that what's going on? That would appear to be what's going on. That seems like kind of a dick move, TVR. I mean, no joke. This is the MGF challenge or the mini challenge. Did I already enter and win the MGF challenge? I didn't. That seems like the kind of challenge that I would have tried to enter and win. Oh, I remember now. I entered that thinking... Oh, special race for SLKs. Hey, cool! I could get an SLK and then use it in the Convertible Car World Trophy. SLK 230 compressor! So let's get one of those. In a nice warm color. Yellowstone, maybe. What information do you have about this car that you can tell us? Sportlich Compact. That's Sport, Light, and Compact to the rest of us. You could sort of get most of that, really. Come on now. Yes, Sport, Light, Compact. Very much compliment to the larger, yes. Yes, the Vario roof. Combines the advantages of a hardtop coupe with the open-air ambience of a convertible. At the touch of a button, it quickly disappears beneath. The rear bodywork never fails to draw a crowd. Uh-huh. Well, hey there, Zach. Let's go ahead and buy it. Let's get in the car now. It's our new car. It's my new jam. That was the only, yeah, that was the only SLK that you could get here. Those are all CLKs. Let's tune up the SLK. What can we do with it? Can we turbocharge it? Probably not. Oh, we can. We can turbocharge it to an insane degree. It has 195 horsepower right now. Well, I tell you what. First, let's get some tires. Get some racing slicks. Super soft ones. Purchase them and equip them. The way that we do. The way that we always do. The way that we're doing, like, all the time. 24/7. Like, anytime I hear the phrase 24/7 now, makes me think of Crash Holly. Crash Holly, at some point in time, made the proud proclamation that he would defend the he won the hardcore title, WWF at the time, I think, and proclaimed that he would defend the hardcore title 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 345 is where we need to be. Okay. I think we can manage to get in the ballpark of 345 without going over. So let's start at the turbo tuner. How much was I going to get out of doing this? It said 395, right? Or was it 345? Well, let's go ahead and buy it. Let's try and get it under 395, and if we find out that we're wrong, well, then we know that for the next time we buy a convertible. There'll be more need to buy more convertibles, folks. Don't you worry. Well, getting the racing muffler would put us over, so let's not do that. Yeah, I didn't think you could NA tune. But you never know. There are rare cars where you can do either turbocharging or NA tuning. 381, okay. 377. And 381. So that's 381. What'll this put us at? 381, 383. Not actually get you that big an advantage, will it? Wait, don't. I already did that. It's not until later games come along and you realize how much these games have improved in terms of just maneuvering around the menus. The menu in this game is a little clunky at times. Oh, it was 345. Oh no, okay. That just means I gotta go back and tune it up to its utmost and go beat the other SLKs. And find another convertible later. And 24 horsepower. That seems good, doesn't it? Now this is also for racing style. I don't know that anybody's ever raced a Mercedes SLK. I'm sure somebody has, but I don't know that it's ever happened at a particularly high level of motorsport. Let's go ahead and start this race. I imagine the gearing may not be perfect for this new state of engine tune, but considering it's only Tahiti Road, it doesn't need to be set much higher than... It wouldn't need to be set higher than the car's default gearing was. It's not like we're going to have a much higher top speed. It's not like this car had a low top speed to begin with, and now by adding so much power to it, we'll never be able to achieve that greatness. Now Zachary Dean is pawing around at my feet. This is a nice enough little car, cruising around the Tahiti Road. There's a little undertone to the engine note that keeps on making me think that there's another car behind me. It's like an extra harmonic in there that just sounds like another car that's behind. It's actually just the engine making its own beautiful music. Make your beautiful music, engine. Do it. This is a pretty enough little car. I seem to recall these cars being fairly roundly criticized at the time. I mean, not all around, but The issue with it is it's a two-seater, so it's going to be considered like an enthusiast sort of car. And yet in the car enthusiast press, people would see this, and they would immediately want to compare it to the BMW Z convertibles, like the Z3, I guess, was the one that was around at the time. And, while that car didn't have the most powerful engine in the world, I mean, eventually they did come out with an M model of it where you could get like 390 something. I don't know if it was that crazy. You get a very powerful engine in it, but the default was somewhere less than 200. You could get a 4-cylinder in it to start with. Like in GoldenEye, the car in GoldenEye. It's a really fantastic looking car, the Z3 was. And this, I mean, compared next to it, it's handsome enough. Gets the job done, I guess. But it's not exactly something that's sort of like setting your heart aflutter. And it had the big metal foldable roof, which meant that it was a lot heavier than you would think for its size. I don't actually have enough money to do these race modifications, do I? I sure don't. Well, I'm gonna have to go make some money PDQ, huh? Let's go into the garage, see what we can do. You know, I've never tried the concept car LM edition at the money-making race. It might be fun to do. Never tried the concept car out at all. I think it's sort of a convertible, but it's a racing style convertible. I don't know. Either way, folks, we'll do one go around at the old GT All-Stars race here. Grand Touring, pure sports cars, station wagons, but all kind of stuff I haven't done yet. That makes you feel any better. Let's take a shot at Red Rock Valley with this bad boy and see whether it's equipped for the job. I'm thinking it might not be, but you know. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. What was this? The LM edition of the concept car? Or is this just a concept car? There is... I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't yet really deliberately upset the car, but so far it has a nice solid planted feel. So it's got that going for it. This is a very stable rear-wheel drive car. Maybe it's the giant spoiler hanging off of the back of it. obviously not the fastest car in the world. It's geared low. I can accept that. Oh, it really is geared low. Alright, started to lose a little bit there, but again, otherwise no real complaints here. That is a spectacular little concept car, aren't you? It's fast and stable, and it's cash money. Not the best corner exit, but, you know, they're not all going to be. Vector, 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 vector. Heavily, 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 heavily. It's smooth. I like it. Thank you, whatever race it was that gave me this as a prize car. I don't remember now, but you can go back in the footage if you're so inclined, or you can check a FAQ. At this point, this game has been plenty well researched in terms of what race will win you this prize car and what race will win you that prize car. It's sunrise. Or is it sunset? I can't tell. Is that the west or the east? If anybody sees the North Star out there, let me know. That'll be our sign. We'll open up our eyes. We'll see that sign. Life is demanding without understanding. That's all Ace of Base was trying to tell us, is that life was demanding without understanding. And if you can understand their message, then I demand that you pay them more respect than you do already. I actually don't demand that you do anything really one way or the other with Ace of Base. It's okay, folks. You're entitled to your opinion of that musical group. Remember, they were very big with a group of with a pair of girls that I used to babysit. I never did a whole lot of babysitting jobs, but that was one of them. Babysitting kids that like the Ace of Base. The Ace of Base. The Ace of Base! The Ace of Base! Yeah, so, there you go. So we got some more money. And we'll get a super cool prize car that we'll sell for big money. And I'll go ahead and save the game right now, because I'm going to cut off this video. And I do want to overwrite. So when we come back next time, maybe I'll do this race again, just to, you know, get a little bit of money. Yeah, we'll go back and start picking off some of these individual other races, just so that we can find new fun cars. Anyhow, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!